Okay. It's the #1 station blazing the airway.
Right here, so keep it locked.
This is GRIZZBIZ, my 2 cents.
Wednesday to Wednesday to Wednesday. We are back at it. October's almost over. It'll be time to place your ballot, place your votes. Matter of fact, they've been doing the early voting. So, But anyways, Wednesday to Wednesday, we back at it. We are going we had a guest coming on. It was at the last minute. We're gonna talk about that before. We're gonna talk about that, the forums. We're gonna talk about all of this stuff, man. I'm gonna send an invite out still to the young ladies, people that commented yesterday on this post. But anyway, before we get started with that, let's go ahead and do our sponsors, those who take care of us. They will in a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. We've got our political analyst in the building, Mr. Jay Reese, youngest Reese, is in the building today. I see that. What's happening, brother?
What's up with you?
Okay, New Life Future Bank. That's what that is.
Furniture Bank.
Furniture Bank. Yeah, I'm high always. I don't know where I got future from. I was reading and thinking something at the same time. Man, we got a lot to talk about, man. But give a round of applause. He on it right there. Before we get started, though, man, let's go ahead and do our sponsors, man. Those who take care of us. First up, we got Goodies Barbecue. Barbecue season is never over. You know what I'm saying? So go on over here to 1440 Hamilton Avenue in the heart of Mount Healthy and get you some barbecue fresh off the grill. Ribs, green beans, yams, sweet potatoes, all of it. You know what I'm saying?
Truck, don't they?
Yeah, food truck too. You can catch the food truck out at Vince's in Mount Healthy, Vince's Bar Mount Healthy. Use the promo code My2Cents and receive a 10% discount off your meal. And also catch me out and about at the grocery store, probably, because I don't really go nowhere no more. Catch me at the grocery store. I'm gonna give you some cards, you know what I'm saying? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and a $50 card, gift card. But anyway, let's give Goodies Barbecue a round of applause. Next up, we got German Home Solutions.
Let's get your home charging station installed the right way. Jarman Home Solutions is a licensed electrical contractor serving Greater Cincinnati and Greater Dayton, specializing in EV charger installations for all makes and models. Whether you drive a Tesla, Ford, Chevy, or Rivian, our team delivers clean, professional installs you can trust. Most installs are completed in just one day, so you can charge at home and hit the road with confidence. Power up the smart way. Call or message Jarman Home Solutions and get your garage EV ready today.
That's what's up, Jarman Home Solutions. Give them a call. They also do residential and commercial work. So any electrical need that you have, they can take care of it. That's www.jarmanhomesolutions.com and get your estimate. Let's give Jarman Home Solutions a round of applause. Next up, we got Linked Up Auto Care. And let me tell you, man, my Wednesday to Wednesday has been a doozy. Car went down off of, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to take it on the chin. But fortunate enough, we got Linked Up Auto Care and was able to do some things. If you got any type of problem with your vehicle, you need to go to Linked Up Auto Care, 5850 Senate Hill Drive. Phone number is 513-828-3769. Hours are 10 to 5, Monday to Friday. Say the promo code My2Cents and receive a 5% discount off your service. Man, they have everything. Shuttle service, financing, whatever you need, they got it. You need a slider? Guess what? They got cap, soul, auto sales right out front. Car dealer lot right out front. On the spot financing, all of it. And they got some decent cars too. I just seen a Infinity. I think it was a 2014, 2015 maybe with for 65 or 6900 with 150K miles on it. Going over to Linked Up Auto Care and Capsule Auto Sales and tell them Grizz and Youngest Reach sent you. Let's give him a round of applause. Next up, we got www.danknation.co. Man, and in the news today, if you don't go get your seeds, man, something wrong with you. The news today, you know what DeWine did?
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
Told the voters of Ohio, I don't care what you say. I'm going to do what I want to do. That's
Anyway.
the Republican way. That's the Republican way.
Man, this fool done took the Delta 9 out and, you know, all the smoke shops, man, tobacco shops, all of them, they is nervous. I'm not going to say which one I frequent, which one I frequent a lot, but let's just say that they got into some beef with police. I ain't gonna say which the police department. You know what I'm saying? But about the store that they have. And that's all they kept worrying about is like, you know what? That's one of the biggest sellers in here. Because when you go into a smoke shop, man, and look from wall to wall to wall to wall, man, it's the same stuff. Some of that stuff don't move. The tobacco stuff move, the hemp stuff move, but it's a lot of stuff that don't move. It's a lot of novelty stuff in there. So they depend on that Delta 9. And that Delta 9, some of that stuff is all right. You know what I'm saying?
Well, when you start peeling back the layers on this, man, you realize like, yeah, those gummies, they about to be gone. And it's all about to be flour. And he's trying to make it so that the people that don't smoke become criminals. You know about prohibition, right? Prohibition took regular people that were doing regular things and it made them criminals. So that's what he's doing with this. He's going to take something that was made legal by the voters, and he's going to put an illegal aspect to it, as stringent as they possibly can. They always keep trying to scale it back each and every time you look at what they do with marijuana, down to the funding, where the money that goes from the sales of it goes.
That's a good point you was bringing up, right? Because on my way over here, right, I'm breathing, but I'm seeing a new dispensary getting ready to open up by the BMW store. Shout out to Cool Ken. Let's give Cool Ken a round of applause. You need a BMW going over there to Tri-County BMW and get you a BMW from Cool Ken. And he got a new album out. You know what I'm saying? Old school, grown folk music. But yeah, right next to that is called Garden City Dispensary. It caught my eye like, you know, I'm a weed. But the thought that came to my mind is this. Hey, man, I don't know any black-owned dispensaries except for Pac-Man and his partners, I believe that one, but I don't know of any other completely black-owned dispensaries.
You wouldn't believe me if I told you, but there was a concerted effort to keep them out. Like,
what you mean I don't believe you?
I mean, I'm just saying a lot of people don't believe it, but because they'll point to Reverend Damon Lynch and they'll say, well, he owned a dispensary, didn't he? One of the first ones that came out. And it's like, yeah, but you know, one meatball in a bucket of rice don't really do much, do it?
You stupid. One meatball in the bucket of rice.
It sticks out like a sore thumb. That's why you can say, well, Damon Lynch got one. Reverend Damon Lynch had one. He was tied to one. But the reality of it is that there was a concerted effort to keep minorities out. Like even when the backdoor conversations were going on, I remember I went up to Monroe, had a conversation with the lady that owns the dispensaries out there, and she was building the ones right next to across from each other on the highway. And I asked her, I said, well, why would you do that? She said, Jason, I got the green light to tell you. I'm not supposed to tell you, but recreational's coming. And they're telling all of us owners to go ahead and start preparing for it. So, you know, backdoor politics is the name of the game for the Republican Party. Ohio is a Republican stronghold. Most of the people that own dispensaries, even though they've, you know, go against their own type of interests, a lot of them are Republican owners. They're going to go where the money is regardless.
I believe that on both sides because there's a what do you call him? Not governor, not senator,
Representative,
maybe a representative.
alderman.
That's involved with that was involved with the push. Wasn't he Democratic or no? He was
No,
none.
so in Ohio, we used to have the Speaker of the House, John Boehner. He was the Speaker of the House underneath Obama's term. He named to fame. He broke down crying, saying that the Republican Party was broken, and he stepped down from politics out of there. Well, what he did was he went and became a lobbyist for the marijuana industry. And he is making buku money, made a lot of money. I don't know if he's still doing it now. I believe he still
Yeah,
is.
he is. That's the same dude that was pushing for. He's the same. He's got part of to do with the farm that we was
Yeah,
talking
John
about
Boehner wants legalization. He's
on Winton Road.
he's a relic in the Republican Party, but he stepped down for good reason, because he was right. He was like, man, it's broken, but him and Mitch McConnell, they were the obstructionist generals, the architects of it. They literally came up.
Man,
there
that
and
mug
said,
still walking around, falling around.
Who? Mitch McConnell?
Yeah.
Yes, he is wearing his turtleneck every day.
Oh,
Mock
my
turtle.
gosh.
Mock
My
turtle.
gosh. But yeah, so that coming past there, I saw that, man, and I thought like, well, dag, man, this so much corruption in Ohio in general is just amazing, man. And our own local government is treacherous. Now we were supposed to have a guest on today, right? I can't even say her name. I don't know how to say her name. I was going to her say the name. Adrisha?
You talking about the lady from Miss Brooks?
Yes.
With
Miss
North
Brooks.
Avondale.
Yeah,
I had some questions for her, man.
we were supposed to have her on the show, right?
had some
So what
questions for
happened
her.
was I hadn't know she was running, and I had the big sheet of everybody that's running, right? And I do like everybody. I glance, and I might have seen her name, but I'm like,
Outliner. Who is this?
who is this? And you see all the people, the familiar faces
Yeah.
out here that you see, the people with
Name recognition is not a bad thing always.
they're campaigning, doing what they're doing. Family called me, interviewed her already, and she's still breaking the game down to me, still about the campaigning and donations and so forth, and what's needed and this, that, and the third, and donate to the cause. So when I see these campaigns that don't have that, I'm listening to her tell me that she say, "Cuz, instead of a nigga buying me a drink, take that $5 and put it into the
To the coffer.
to the thing, to the
To my
pot.
campaign. Put it
Yeah,
to my
to campaign. I can't think of the word. Campaign, yeah. So, long story short, yesterday, put up a post. I forget what the post was. I have to look at it. But it went ham, where people were genuinely concerned about what is going on. I think you might have chimed in too, concerned about
Yeah.
what's going on, have formed opinions about
Certain people.
certain people, just from maybe their own personal experience, or maybe I don't know what they've read, heard, this, that, and the third. Well, I have been going not back and forth, but I'm transparent. So I've been going back and forth trying to get Dawn on the show, right? And I actually talked to two other people and then her. So it's official now, because she said the 15th. So now it's on official.
November's coming up.
Right.
And get out there early vote. Voting polls, you can go down to the Board of Elections and you can vote Monday through Friday, I believe 8 to 5. You don't have to wait until those lines form and go to some school or somewhere way out the way or anything like that, or you don't have to mail it in. You can go and vote in person right now at the Board of Elections.
Yeah.
Yeah,
let's get a round of applause. They out there trying to do that too. Out there campaigning and whatever they're doing. But I was a little bit taken back, right? Because when going through this back and forth, and I suggested that Don respond personally and not the campaign manager, not Ellie. I don't want to say her name wrong, ever. But they did that, and they working. You see, they got a little machine working. They connected the dots or whatever. My point is, this person got on there and they talked about
They talk a good
Like
game, and then when it comes time to
Brooks.
show up,
No,
they don't show up. Say it like it is. They didn't show up.
They didn't really talk a good game.
No, they was saying like they want to put their name out there. And this is what got me bothered because they jumped on the post.
You saw the post.
I saw the post.
Okay.
Like you said, I spoke on it.
Right.
They were trying to, this person saying this, person is saying that. And then when the opportunity presents itself to say, okay, hey, this is what I'm about. Let me put my name out there because I guess don't nobody really know what's going on or know anything about me. They want to take the opportunity. You don't do that. You don't walk out on that, man. You don't walk out on that. And that's what I don't think more about character. Because if you knew you was gonna be somewhere else, or if you had other plans, then you shouldn't even put it in there.
Well, to keep it 100, it was yesterday because, like I was telling everybody else, they were trying to get on Donald and Dan and everybody else to, hit me up. We only got like 2 Wednesdays left, so I'm saving the 15th and I'm saving one for Donald because I told him that if he can do that, you know what I'm saying, and go with it. But last minute, my thing is, how you don't know that the person is not going that part. I mean, I waited, and I'm pissed because I waited to 1 or 2 o'clock to do the promotion, right? Because I'm sitting there going through my head like.
Well, I know what you went through on the back and forth with the promotion, and on top of that, so if you're gonna go through the back and forth with me about certain things, then you better make sure that you're sitting in that seat.
Yeah, part 2, because I'm like, you're right. I gotta change this, but I'm gonna do this because
I'm making a concessions. Yeah. It's on the fly for you. You did what you did, and you could have left it at that. Right. But they asking you to make concessions. Now here it is. You can't pick up the phone and just pop in. That don't make no sense to me. Are you gonna dial it in on? Are you going? So is this how you gonna do your campaign? Is this how you gonna do your tenure if you will get elected?
Now, see that part that you get into is character. What
character speaks.
No, character maybe just not prepared for what is entailed with what comes along with this.
I mean,
maybe that part, because I'm gonna keep it 1,000. When I told myself I'm going to be the mayor, I'm going to run for mayor, and went down there to Norwood and went in that back room, and they wanted this and wanted that and wanted this and wanted that. I was like, yeah, I got an address, and since you want my bank account.
No, it's just like buying a home. They going through everything. What? They emptying out your pockets, they turn you upside down and stripping you naked. That's how I feel.
Hey, I'm like, you know what?
They turn it over every rock in your life.
Yeah.
What's going on? Who are you?
Who are you? That was a little too much. I didn't already had the experience of them boys.
But let me tell you, when you step into this arena to be a public servant on any level, you got to be prepared. You got to be ready. Because let me tell you something. City's in crisis, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't get to sleep on crisis. You're going to look like, what, Ted Cruz? You're going to be in Cancun, Mexico, or something like that. You're going to be in the Bahamas while your constituents don't have electricity or running water or heat. They having earthquakes and tornadoes and all types of stuff out here. You getting hurricanes in one part of your state and earthquake in another part of your state, wildfires in another part of your state, and you out here drinking Mai Tais.
You can say that for your mayor, I don't know.
I'm out there. I'm just saying. When something hits, he's right there. Is he not standing up front? Is he not being out there speaking?
Hold on.
That's all I can say.
Okay.
He can only do certain things, but he's there.
Okay, let me tell you this. So we got the biggest, one of the biggest events in Cincinnati, the music fest going on. And you is not here in the city representing.
That's not city in crisis. That's city in celebration.
But with an event that big, there's a lot of things happening.
I mean, but again, and that's a city in celebration. That's a city in celebration. That's a city in celebration. I'm just saying, if we celebrating, we celebrating. Now, when something did pop off, and let's say wherever he was at, wasn't he right here making comments and trying to make sure? Wasn't he one of the ones that was saying we want to? He doesn't have any say in it. I'm talking about as far as like action, but he can voice what you did and say, let's hold everybody accountable with that brawl.
No, he didn't.
He did. He said, let's hold everybody accountable.
And he didn't do that.
He can't. What's he going to do as the mayor? Arrest somebody?
No, what he going to do is speak out and say, hey.
He did.
No, he didn't.
I watched
he did not say that white man should be arrested.
He said all parties.
Come on, man. You can't. That's the political game. I
It's
understand.
that's the political game.
I understand.
I can't alienate
That's Republican.
anybody.
That's Republican.
That's politically correct.
No,
Because if you say all parties,
No.
then because guess what, PJ? Guess what, Ludi Grizz?
What?
I believe in all parties being held accountable. Don't be running around socking people. Dude, I mean, I get it. I get what's going on. And that was one of my homeboys.
That guy said when he came in here and he first before he jumped off the porch and said all that wild stuff about these people and what they did, but did not address that white man. I'm not going for that. He did not do that.
He addressed it in the way that he could.
No, when he jumped off the porch, brother.
What are you talking about?
When he first got off and he talking about how atrocious, how bad the beating was, and
me looking on the outside looking in, I'm looking at that like, man, cooler head should have prevailed.
That's not what I'm talking about. We're not talking about what should have prevailed. We're talking about what this
and it was graphic and it was disturbing.
And it was disturbing too to see that white man do what he did. He to sit there and agitate and call it and smack.
It wouldn't have got that far with me.
I'm just saying. I'm just. We're not talking about our reaction. We're talking about our mayor jumping off the porch and doing what the media doing what Donald Trump did. Then not Donald. What's his boy name?
JD Vance.
No, his son. Him too. Vance and the boy
Trump Jr.
Or
Eric or whatever.
Whatever. One of them. Him. Man, them fools said they all jumped off the porch. Elon Musk and our mayor
still hold the same stance, even though they got that background with the guy saying that he didn't want to press charges.
Our mayor,
we got the body cam footage.
My brother, that's good. But what we're talking about is that mayor, our mayor, your mayor, jumped off the porch and agreed with everyone and still did not talk the same stuff to the agitator. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
I don't care about the politics and how it got done. You know what I'm saying? The schmew but that's what happened. And people see that. So
let me ask you a question. Do you think that our city has a crime problem?
Hell yeah.
Do you think that it's worse than any other place in America?
I wouldn't say that.
Do you think that the problems are fixable issues?
I don't think there's a full fix, but I think you can tone it down. There's probably things that people can do, and probably hopefully city council they can come up with ideas and things to do to lower it. You're never going to be fixed. Crime is never going to go away.
Completely
correct. It's never going to go away.
Let me ask you, where does it start? Where does the fix start?
People want to say the fix starts at home, right?
They want to say it, or does it? What do you believe?
I believe it does, but I believe that it's too far gone for that. Just like we just talked about paddling last show, we talked about swatting and so forth. And what was your idea? Nigga, I will put your hands on little JJ. Put your hands on little JJ and watch you turn into a monster, right?
Depends.
That depends.
It depends.
But a lot of people not gonna have this reason. Depends, whatever.
Well, I had to go back and talk to my wife, and we had
that is funny. This whole nigga said, I had to go back and talk.
I talked to my wife.
Let's give him a round of applause. You have to know the backstory. But anyway, but go ahead.
And after talking with her, I realized where I was wrong in my thinking. And it wasn't that she was saying the opposite. I realized how gung-ho she was about it. And I was like, wait a minute.
Okay, but that's cool. How you might switch it up and, maybe whatever, blah, 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 blah. But the way society is right now and the mentality where you had to draw back or redo this or redo that, think about it. The majority ain't
it's not
wrong.
going. It's not going. It's not happening.
That holding accountable at home, that applies to somebody like me, you, or maybe in our circle who does that. And even within our circle, there might be some that don't. But those particular people have a mentality that we have to elevate above and let them do what they gonna do, because you can't change, you can't stop crime. We just heard an example of somebody sitting in the car waiting on somebody and teenagers in the T been doing this stuff for the longest. You know what I'm saying? The police down there, Craft, we got family down there, so I ain't tripping. But I already know, just from being down there, that ain't where you want to be.
There's a lot of places I don't want to be.
Right. And the mentality in those places that you want to be are the same mentality that these folks have, whether it be white, black. And I know you're talking about, is there crime, right?
No. I know.
Let me go with what you was going with that. I was drifting. Go ahead.
Well, what I was getting at.
Why you asking me that?
Yeah, well, you said it, and you said it in a way that you kind of was like, well, I think this is what it is, but how does that even become a thing? And that's, where does the solve begin? Where does the fix start? And regardless of how it looks, it does start at home. So when you start saying, okay, how do you start it at home? Because you look at the mentality. Well, how do you fix the mentality?
I can't fix a grown person's mentality.
You can. You can. Let me tell you something. If I came in here and I put down a bag of $100,000, your mentality on the day would change. If I gave
for that moment,
for
that
it's
moment,
called carrying it on.
But I'm just telling you, the mentality.
Because listen, you can blow through that $100,000.
The mentality.
But if I gave you $100,000 and I showed you how you was gonna get it consistently, your mindset would change.
No, it won't.
It would.
No, it won't. To those who want to change,
your problems would change.
No, okay. To somebody that's logical, nigga. We talking about niggas that ain't logical. We talking about mugs that see $100,000. You put $100,000 right here, they're not gonna try how to advance that tomorrow. Them niggas
spend
is
it.
gone. Them niggas are gonna do this, gonna do that, gonna do that. You'll find a rare one that might sit there and do some family stuff and do that. So I get what you're saying, and
what I mean by $100,000, I didn't mean it by cash. Okay. What I was saying is this:
you got to bring it in cash. You got to bring it in organization.
What I was saying was this: is if you change the plight of the person and you give them something that they do not have. So when you talk about, I can't speak for the white community, I'm just going to speak on the black community. When you look in the black community, if we started valuing education, if we didn't have to worry about work, if we didn't have to work, I'm not saying don't have a job. I'm saying that if your job was meaningfully paying you to where you didn't have to think about the wolf coming back to your door every other paycheck. If you had a steady, accessing for food, clean water, clothing, your child care, if you took the stresses off of people in their everyday life, and that goes for white and black, that's what's leading to the disenfranchising of white men, is because they don't understand why they can keep voting racist Republican and their life is not getting better. They can be as racist as they want to be, but they still can't put food on the table.
Man, that's everybody.
That's
I don't care.
everybody.
I don't care
so
if
when
you're
you
Republican, but they just the demographics that you're talking
about. But what
about,
I'm saying
right?
is this: if you take the black side and look at what our problems are, and you take the white side and look at what their problems are, and you solve them at the same time, you take away the issues that make them feel disenfranchised, and you take away the issues that have always plagued them intentionally.
Okay, see,
the tide rises, all the boats rise. The mentality will change. I promise you.
Okay, see. Well, this is the issue and the problem that comes along with that. Let's get that a round of applause, because that's Keep Hope Alive. That is classic. Jesse Jackson.
Yeah, that's true.
Keep Hope Alive. That is strictly Obama. Keep Hope Alive. That was the whole campaign and what it ran on. It's hope, 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 hope. I hope we get some people in here that's gonna do the right thing. I hope we're gonna do this and do that.
We don't have to. We don't have to have a candidate in there to do anything. We can have the same way that they put marijuana on the books in Ohio and across the country. It started in out west when municipalities like in Ohio, the first place in the Cincinnati area in the state of Ohio was Norwood, when they legalized it through a measure in the municipality. So when that carried over into the decriminalization, that led into Cincinnati, that led into a state referendum that went to the voters. So how did that start? That didn't need not nary one of them candidates to go in there and put that to play. They were trying to circumvent it. Matter of fact, they did it twice. We voted it down because of the monopoly they were putting into it. And then Republican leadership said, hey, we'll make it medicinal and then bring forth recreational. And if you guys just give us some time, they screwed up medical to the point to where it just made it so unattainable. They made a slow draw out, and they balked on the timeline that they set for the recreational. So the powers that be that said, well, we want this because it's going to bring in revenue, they went ahead and they put it on the ballot anyway. They petitioned it and got it back on the ballot. All right, once the came back on the ballot, sans the monopoly, then the voters put it forward. And then guess what the Republicans did then? Oh my God, they groaned. Oh my God, we don't want to do this. Is so terrible. That's what led to what DeWine did today. So when you see that happening, what you see is they have to do what we say at some way or point, but we need candidates that are not going to, I got to do what you say, but I got to build you a boat, but I'm gonna poke a hole in it just because it's yours. I gotta cook this sandwich, so I'm gonna lick your bun. That's the Republicans. They gotta do what the voters say do, but they're gonna do it in a way that makes it so like, I hate you. And that's what.
And what do the Democrats do?
Democrats.
No,
You asked a question, and this is the difference. This is the difference. The Democrats are going to say, okay, hey, let's do this. And then they're going to try to add something else to it. So the Democrats are going to say, okay, you want marijuana? Okay, we'll give you marijuana, but now let's make fentanyl legal too, and let's make it so like this. So let's just decriminalize all drugs. And then you're like, whoa, don't put heroin houses in Cincinnati. We don't want to. You don't remember that Senate bill that you don't remember the issue that we were voted for it in Ohio, and we voted it down. So before they
what
did
issue?
The issue that was going to decriminalize all drugs,
to be like Seattle,
and we voted it down in Ohio. You may not remember it.
No, I don't remember that.
Check it out. So in Ohio, we had a vote before we legalized marijuana to where we were going to decriminalize and lessen the penalty for heroin, fentanyl, cocaine, crack. Ohio was going to do that, and we voted it down.
Who came up with that idea?
I just told you.
It was a Democrat?
Yeah. So when
you
asked
you thought that was a good thing?
I said we voted it down.
I just want you to make sure.
You got to stay in tune with the beat.
No, I just want you to
You got to stay in tune with the beat. You got to keep up with the beat. I ain't saying either side is good. I'm saying that you got to look at what side is doing what, and you got to play them accordingly.
Okay, which goes to what I was getting ready to say. This exactly what almost was verbatim. The Republicans to do this shit right. Die right now. Like, hey, why are you doing this to me? You know what I'm saying? And the Democrats
going on for 60 years.
The Democrats do this. Are you really? Some of this. And give you, like you said on the back end, some other shit like, hey man,
I didn't want all of that.
You fooled me.
You tricked me.
So the point being is they both the same birds.
That's not true.
But here we go.
That's not
we
true.
Disagree on that. But here we go. So bringing it back home to candidates and to this November and so forth, right? I like the forum. Let's give the Black Man Think Tank a round of applause. Like I said, time. I'm gonna call you. Hiram, I'm gonna call you. And but that's where a couple candidates are. That's where these forums have been jumping off and popping off. And I'm a little upset that you got to look for them or whatever. They're not a lot of presence, news presence or whatever. But let it be something big like the president running. Man, it's ads all over. That might have to do with campaign money too.
It does.
Might have to do with campaign money too. So what I'm saying is exactly when using these tools, social media right here, you have to utilize every opportunity that you get. And where was I going? Oh, questions. You asked me about crime. Mm-hmm. That is one of the biggest questions that everyone asks these candidates. How do you plan on solving crime? What are you going to do to crime? Now, if you was a candidate, what would your answer to that be?
What I would do to solve crime is first, I would you would have to do a probe. You have to see, what is generating this crime, who, what areas, what needs to be done in those areas. So when you start looking at, let's just say, black on black crime,
Hey,
because when you
man,
say,
I don't mean to cut you off. You might be a little bit more polished right now and foundations and stuff, but the street's still in you, Negro. You know what I'm talking about? You can't use probes and go find out what the problem is. You know what the hell going on in Evanston, Price Hill, downtown.
No.
everywhere.
Listen, wait. So it's multifaceted. So when I'm saying, let's look at what is driving it. So, okay, just finite, look, real quick off the top of the cuff. For the youth, I would have more after school programming. I would have more aftercare for parents, because that's the number one thing that we don't have. So when you start talking about kids roaming the streets, well, where the kids gonna be at? The parents got to be at work, and ain't nobody there to watch them. Now, if I got kids and I gotta drive all these miles. I'm just saying, where the kids gonna
Let's
be?
Let's give that a round
kids?
of applause, because in every neighborhood should be a recreation center. Shout out to Mark Owens running for city council next year, whatever, for city of Forest Park, because that's one of the biggest things that you don't have. It used to have centers.
Used to have after school programs.
Everywhere.
The kids would stay after
And they
school
need
until
that.
the parents came
So
or something like that. Now that's costing $400-$500 a week on a child, man. And you talking about people having kids and having to work, because now it's ain't no more Susie Homebaker staying at home. Now mama got to have a job.
Right.
Everybody
and that goes
working.
For every neighborhood, not just
black community. That's
black
every
community.
That's
every
everybody.
Community, because even though we are ninjas and we sitting here talking about the crime that we know, but I'm a street, so I know their car gang.
See, I rub elbows with white, black, and everything.
So I know that the crime that they have going on is similar but different. Them the ones that's running the rings, breaking in your cars, doing in your houses, and doing all the other wild, violent crime stuff that's going up, that's causing everybody stuff too. So it's a conglomerate. So every neighborhood needs to have a recreation center. They need to have an outlet. They need to have daycare. Where do you get this money from? See, that's why I want to ask. Where do you get this money from?
The same place that you get to build an Amazon or Walmart or anything else. That's called a tax. It's funding for that. A lot of the money that was there is gone now because of the Trump administration, but there are plenty. Like if you can levy for school levy, or if you can levy for police or anything, and these people get tax dollars already allocated to them, and they're asking for, like on this election where they're asking for new levies and things like that. So if you can do that, then your community can put forth levies to either build, put land aside for maybe the exploration of someone coming in there and providing that for you. There's so many different options that you can use, but it starts with addressing the problem instead of saying, well, we got to deal with crime. Well, okay, well, help the youth out. Give the parents a break. How about put more empowerment back into the parents? You're talking about paddling in a school, but it's illegal for a parent to use corporal punishment at home. That doesn't make any sense. You got to have a smart approach to these issues. I would much rather be able to whoop my child on the butt when they do something wrong and not have the threat of CPS taking my kids than sending them to school where they can get shot, have a bad day, and then get beat on by somebody that had a bad day at their house because their wife or their husband didn't treat them right. I don't want that. I think that we need to have a different approach to it, and we need to have a common sense approach to a lot of these issues. I see the one candidate that's talking about the Western Hills Viaduct and the roads.
Stephon.
Yeah, like, come on, man. If I drove out to Indian Hill, I'm not hitting the pothole. If I go out to Marymount, I'm not hitting potholes. When I go out to Blue Ash, I'm not hitting potholes. You
don't, but I bet you go across somebody wherever you've been in the city.
If I go on the paddock, I'm getting cranked. As soon as I get off the highway, I'm
what you getting at?
What I'm getting at is that tax dollars aren't being spent the same way, because when you start looking at the loopholes and the gymnastics that they do with our tax dollars, why are some roads getting,
that's his whole point of being out there. That bridge, I don't
I
know.
know. That's why I was applauding that.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't poking holes in it.
Oh, yeah, let's get a round of applause.
Because I was applauding that.
Yeah, because I'm gonna keep it 1,000. I don't know if y'all remember when the highway up the road a little bit.
I remember it fell and killed somebody.
It killed somebody. I see.
Our brother almost got smashed by it. He was driving down the road and almost got smashed.
See, that's what I'm talking about. You sit over there at that bridge.
I stay away from over there. It's out of bounds.
I don't even want to drive under that mug. Like, you know what?
It's crazy, man.
Like, your number could be called a piece of concrete smack upside there.
But listen, it won't get addressed until someone from Indian Hill drives over there and they on the road when it falls.
That's on them.
That's the only time it's gonna get it matter. Hey, when the chunk drops on their Mercedes Benz, they're like, "Well, hey, fix this." Then the head's gonna roll. Listen, they didn't have nothing to say about any of that shooting stuff or drugs, nothing like that until until they suffer.
Oh,
reactionary.
Yeah. And this is the funny part, right? The opiate. You talking about the opiate?
Yeah, they don't got no problems with nothing.
None of that, right?
To them.
So there are some black folks that don't know street life, right? So they was confused. Some people might be sheltered, right? I've heard somebody say, "What was the white people doing over there in Avondale in the first place?"
Carl Linder.
I said,
know about them.
man, anytime you see a white person over here, over this area,
let me tell you something.
he's trying to do something. Go the other way. And it was crazy because that lady over at the Harmon, the manor over there, the white folks, man, you're right. They're not gonna
blink until it happens.
So so who's your starting five for council? Because that's what we was talking about too, because is that I'm always thinking of alliances, and she was like, people are gonna have to get out of the fact that they are Democratic and have to go for the person. Republican, she said, for both parties.
Wait. No, don't vote a Republican in.
She said you have to
wade through the Democrats. Find who you can work with the Democrats, because the difference between a Democrat and a Republican is like night and day when it comes to being persuaded. You can't persuade a Republican on anything. That's just not what's happening. Their party line, their rhetoric, their talking points. They don't know history. They don't know anything. And when you talk to them and you ask them questions and you're looking for something tangible, intelligent, you're coming up with nothing.
Who's your starting five?
I'm not giving you a starting five.
Why you ain't giving me no starting five? Who's your Kobe? Who's your MJ?
Well.
A little loud. Let me tone that down a little bit. Who's your MJ? I'll be watching my show, right? I be watching. You know what I'm talking about, because I be getting a little.
It's okay.
Animated, But anyway, who's your starting five?
Well, no, I tell you what. There's a few people that I do like, and there are some people that I wish I could hear more from. But I reserve my judgment until I look at their social media. I look at their stances. I try to pop in if I can at maybe an event or two that they may be holding. Like I saw, I think it was Miss Brooks that was down over there by Zola's. When I went down there giving out the book bags and stuff like that. I think it was her. Like I try to pop in and I lay low because I'm into politics, like full-fledged. But I don't give who I'm voting for. I try to let people make those decisions on their own. I do encourage them to trust me when I say, do not vote for a Republican for at least the next 12 years.
Hey, man, you know what you just sounded like?
Yeah.
You just sounded like you got game and you don't want to share no game.
No, it's not. I'm giving you the game.
No,
I'm telling you.
Because
if you can find your own, it's your own voice.
I know it's your own voice.
My picks isn't going to help you find your voice.
No, but you might just like, I'm going to give you an example. Like, I ain't know who the hell Darren Flanagan was. I don't know her. but I seen Stefan at one of them damn forums. I think it was the NAACP one. And that young lady said some stuff that caught my ear, like
But dive
oh,
deeper.
yeah, let me ask you some more questions. You know what I'm saying? But then when I seen that, and Cuz had to clarify the ticket, the five that I put on.
With
Yeah, all
two white
five.
guys,
Yeah,
three white guys and two
yeah.
black ladies. I don't like that. But you got
you can say it louder because when I looked at it too, I was like, oh, I don't. Where,
I'll be honest.
Where's a brother at in that picture?
Well, let me be honest with you.
Where's one of them Negroes that's talking about the bridge and all of that?
Independent candidates are scary, especially when they're Caucasian, because independents usually are conservative leaning, and we don't need conservatism. Conservatism is bad.
I see white
people. No, I like white people. Greg Landsman.
I didn't say you didn't. I just said
he's trying, and we need to give. You know, what I mean, if we
you said who trying?
Landsman, Greg Landsman. I mean, I wish we had a staunch ally like Sherrod Brown in there. I know a lot of people don't like him.
What person of color are you leaning towards? Cut all the other stuff, ninja. To politically correct stuff. That's why we got him on the show, y'all. Politically analyst, and he's able to talk. Let's give him a round of applause again. But I'm your older brother and Ninja. Who's a ninja that you think ninjas you rolling with?
I think his name is Washington, I think.
Donald.
Yeah, I like him.
Donald, okay. Like that's one.
That's the only one I'm gonna give you.
What?
The only one I'm gonna give you. Vote for Poppin.
What?
Vote for Poppin.
Hey, do you see this bullshit?
Vote for Poppin. Vote for Poppin. Vote for AbTab. That's what I'm gonna say. Vote for AbTab.
Oh hell, man! Oh my God! Speaking of bullshit, Affleck.
No, that vote for I meant that. Vote for AbTab. You put in a Republican in here, man, and y'all not gonna ever have another.
I ain't mad. I am not mad at that choice. That's the only goddamn choice. And so I ain't mad.
It's the only choice we got right now.
But bullshit, Affleck. Speaking of bullshit, Affleck, we're gonna talk about some bullshit politicians or candidates right now, man. And they're on the Republican side. So if you want to get on the Republican and get down on the get down, then we can go ahead and get down and get down. You know what I'm talking about? The Rosemary girl. You know what I'm talking about? Man.
Let me tell you something.
No, hold on.
Black Republican, they even more lost.
Hold on. Let me tell you. I got a street reporter, right? And the street reporter, you know, your journalism, you can't reveal your sources. So I can't reveal my sources. But let me tell you something. You know what? That girl ain't right either. Something going on with her too. You know what I'm talking about? Her and that Kevin dude. Y'all might have fooled everybody else, but you ain't fooled us. You two motherfuckers just bumping and grinding. Y'all getting it in. Huh.
Oh, no.
They getting it in. And they both need to take medicine. You know why? Because I need to take medicine. They both cuckoo. A cuckoo person knows when they see a cuckoo. And he is cuckoo. This is not a defamation of character. This is just something that I picked up myself.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
So your own opinion of
No. But the proof in the pudding is on some serious shit though. Oh, girl got a nice little setup, and she's not endorsed by the Republicans. Her stuff is from private sector, the private sector. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So allegedly, she got $3 million for her project. And I think this is all on the news on maybe Nathaniel Livingston, maybe him or WLW. So don't quote me in my sources completely, but we're going to keep the word allegedly, right? That she got about $3 million for her program, right? And to do renovations on the place that she at. And it's in right there in Paddock over there, right? And she apparently, allegedly, gave somebody who shall remain nameless company $500,000 to do renovations, and they paid them up front. Now, this person allegedly is attached to United Way. Now, you heard United Way been in Champions videos when he goes down there and fucks with Mika Owens and the things that she allegedly do. We saying allegedly, as far as backdoor double dipping.
You're talking about United Way? What's wrong with United Way?
Hey. Allegedly, there's some stuff going on. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But the streets is talking. You know what I'm saying?
I can't speak on that.
I'm saying allegedly.
Right.
Allegedly. You know what I'm saying? But
and they may have given some money to somebody, and somebody may have done some stuff over there. But I will say this: I work with United Way, and in case anybody does have any issues that they're dealing with on another night,
allegedly,
they do have a hotline. I believe it's a 211 number. To where if you are experiencing, abuse or homelessness or some help with a bill or some type of stuff like that, I think they even do. But they do have a helpline that you can use.
I'm glad you went on ahead, and that was very professional of him. You know what I'm talking about? He went on.
Plug.
He did professional of him. This is what I have, because I run rapid a lot. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? So back to the cuckoos, right? So, allegedly, it's a very, very, very popular person that they did this with, you know what I'm saying? And they did shoddy work, you know what I'm saying? There's pictures and stuff. I don't know where these pictures came from. I think they came from the internet, the stories, these alleged out here. You know what I'm saying? And my point being with this is I think that those two people are paid. I think the Republican Party or private sector, whoever they're dealing with, somebody is paying them to look like idiots. Yes. You can't be that goddamn stupid. And you're making black folks look really, 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 not us, but you're looking like somebody said, lapdog. I just don't get it.
I'm gonna be honest with you. When you see a black Republican, if your mind doesn't instantly go to coon, that's a problem. And I mean that. When you see a Republican, you're instantly supposed to feel like that's a fascist, that's a racist, that's a bigot, and if they're black, that's a coon. Every time, hands down, every time. If you want to prove me different, leave that party. If you want to prove me different, leave that party.
Well, no, you typically right, because I want to say that all the candidates that claim that they are Republican, they have not been endorsed by the Republican Party.
They shucking and jiving, they minstrel shows.
So
and guess what? Let me tell you, and you probably are right, because there is a lot of money on that side of the fence that comes from everywhere. Dark money. Just remember this thing. Anytime you hear a Republican pointing a finger saying anything about George Soros or deep state and all this other stuff, that is actually them doing it. That's every allegation made by the Republican Party.
We're not going to get into George Soros.
No, that is an actual acknowledgement of them doing it.
I don't care who doing it, but whatever that guy doing, I'm just saying, he off the chain.
Just remember this. The when QAnon came out, and everybody was talking about all this stuff, the list that were going to come out about Epstein and all these other things, and all these Oprah Winfrey and Tom Hanks done fled the country and all this other good stuff. When you looked at those web clips and YouTubes and all that other good stuff and Reddits, guess what? The person that was behind all of that, the person that was saying that all these people were child molesters, the person that founded QAnon, he is now sitting in jail right now for molesting and raping kids.
Yeah, I don't know how we got to that, boy.
What I'm telling you is this, man. Don't trust a Republican.
I don't trust none of them. I don't trust none of them.
Weed through the Democrats, but don't trust the Republicans.
I'm gonna be 100 with you. Watching this whole thing unfold.
Dad, you saying that Michelle Obama was a man. I didn't like that.
Whatever.
I didn't like that.
I don't care.
That's a woman, a black woman, intelligent woman.
Whatever.
Charlie Kirk said black women are not intelligent.
Okay.
And I did not like you saying that she was a man. Michelle Obama is not a man.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you
I'm sorry, I had to get that off my chest.
Okay, well, I'm gonna tell you like I tell everybody else to be on me about that bullshit. Let me tell you something. I forgot what I was gonna tell you.
Boo!
I don't give a damn. Anyway. He's on this bullshit today. But no, seriously, the political bullshit that's going on right now. This is why at first you might have heard me. I know you have, because we've gone back and forth over time over. I only think that it will be successful if we groom them from the get-go. Because right now we see so many different people trying to run for city council. Some clicked up. We don't like the clicks, this, that, and the third. Some people have brilliant ideas, this, that, and the third. This right here. And then I think about the actual people who actually really give a damn for real about politics, about what goes on in their city. I compare that to people being in the music business here and independent artists, and you making a little bit of noise or some noise or anything and type of support. The city is fickle. Yeah. It's very fickle. So if they fickle this one way, they fickle on the politics side too. Yeah, you might have a couple get on line and jump in mouth and shut it, but the majority, look at the forums.
Well, see, I gotta ask you this, because, and this shout out to you, because you have been a part of the music industry in Cincinnati for a long time.
Let's give me a round of applause.
You really have.
Grizz Entertainment.
You was a part of bringing Cash Money, Hot Boys to the Nutter Center. I remember going there to that concert. That was my first concert ever, man. And I got to sit back there and sit off to the side and watch you on stage right there with all of that mayhem going on, man. I remember that. So I'll say this. I remember you talking about how these local artists, they gotta start networking amongst each other, clicking up, pumping each other stuff, teaming up, really, grinding, hitting that pavement together, doing stuff, linking up, networking, having that real base built. And that's the same thing that has to happen in politics. If you're gonna get a concert set up, it's gonna take work. If you're going to get the artists, you know how hard it is to try to organize something, and you got other parts, other people doing other things, and you got deadlines to meet. It's hard. It's hard because they don't have the vision that you have to put on this production. And then when you try to get all the stars line, this person talking about, I ain't have a ride over here. This person talking about, well, do I get paid up front? This person talking about all this other stuff. And it's like, man, can you get out here and get this ticket done so that we can collect on what we're supposed to collect? We can settle all that behind. And then that's what we're missing. We're missing that drive. We're missing that togetherness. We're missing that network. We got these guys over here, these guys over here, these guys over here. And instead of working together, we are over here, yo ain't like mine, and yours ain't like mine. Fighting.
But it's like that, whatever. That's why I'm saying the city is fickle, man. You got clickalations. That's my word, clickalations. You got clickalations, man. Like in high school. You know what I'm saying? You was popular with this one in high school. It's been transformed into adulthood. I don't rock with these people. These people don't rock with me. I don't blah 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 blah. So that's the whole consensus of this city. So when we look for November, and I don't really do birthdays anymore, but I try not to remember my age. I don't know how I'm gonna be. I think I'm gonna be
75,
22. So I don't know, but when it's always,
please help me with this
whatever. But anyway, when that day comes around, it's always election day. Mark's birthday, then the 3rd. It's always around that time every time. So what I'm thinking is going to happen, it's gonna be the same old mojo, same old.
You know what's scaring me?
Aftab would be president. I mean, mayor. I believe everybody gonna vote for Aftab. But other than that, man, hold on to your Harrises, man. I haven't heard anything about Nothing.
I'm gonna
sick
ask
of
you. Did you?
politics.
I know. But I want to ask this about this one little politic question, man. Trump is trying to be dictator. How do you feel about that? And that's not a. He said it many a times. They're doing everything that
Let
they
me
can.
answer. Let me
and
answer.
then you had
Can I
this
answer?
dude Steven get out there and
Let
literally
me-
say it.
Let me answer.
Go ahead.
Of course, it's dictatorship. Let me tell
Suspending
you.
elections.
Let me explain to you why it's dictatorship. Some people keep thinking conspiracy theory, and it's not. The New World Order, which is printed on your dollar, and he wants to be that person. He wants to be that person, but
he is that person.
No, not yet.
No, he is.
No, he's trying to line
He's
himself
in power, so you got to remove him.
I'm not gonna say on air.
You got to remove
I'm
him
not gonna
because he's in power.
Right. So the changing of the guards is going to come. It's not him. It's not him.
He's not going to do a peaceful transfer. He said he's not.
I'm trying to tell what I believe is this, right? I believe that this dude put in place to do all the goddamn things that other people would not do that might want to take a longer route to do it, edge it on to do it. This mug right here is the cuckoo, the grand cuckoo that says they will pull the plug, that pulls the plugs and does all this stuff to set up for dictatorship. He's doing this. He wants to be the dictator. He's got a problem. He's not going to make it. What he's doing is this. He's doing the alley-oop for the one to come in.
No.
Trump wants to be, he wants to be bad.
Say, this is what's going on.
He wants to be bad.
This is what's going on. They have Trump in position. And as long as Trump is in position that he's in right now, they can do whatever they want to do.
Exactly.
And nobody's going to stop them.
Exactly.
So as long as they can do what they want to do, they're going to keep Trump in office. So they're doing everything that they can to keep him in office. And they're doing
let me tell you how
nasty stuff.
Let me tell you how
we're not going
let me tell you how
get away.
I'm gonna pull up the show that we did.
They're gonna give him a new heart.
Let me pull up the show that we did, right? Let me pull up the show that we did, right?
And he's gonna pass the power to his children. I'm trying to tell you that's what they're trying to set up.
No, remember when
it's set up.
Remember, it's not him. Remember when the mayor of New York, wasn't he a Democrat?
Which one?
The mayor, the black, the dude, the nigga that was that was going through whatever he was going through. That just
dropped out the race.
That was going through whatever he was going through. Yeah. Let's listen to me. As soon as we're on the same page.
Okay.
But during that time, Biden was in office, right? Biden, there's I have to pull it up, but there's things that were signed in to allow Trump to do what he's doing right now. The United Nations, when everybody was going, when everybody was going up, I'll pull it up, and my co-host had all the information. I'll pull it up. It's been a couple years since I've, you know what I'm saying, but what they put in place back then, we were talking about the Walmarts being of camps. We was talking about what they signed as far as FEMA and how they respond to people, the law they put in, that they were the ones that can deem what is an emergency or disaster or whatever. And remember in Florida, when it was real bad, that law had whatever that order had just passed, right? And they did those people down in Florida wrong right after that last hurricane. So what I'm saying is, I have to bring it up. What I'm saying is, the system put this guy in place both times, whatever times, because he is the nut job to get it done. And can't nobody stop him, like you said. But he's setting it set up. It ain't gonna be for his family.
No. So what I'm
trying to say
for him. What I'm trying to say is
he ain't gonna,
right. Trump is out here. You ever read the story of The Emperor's New Clothes, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
why you think Russia and them is fighting?
Hey, let me finish.
Why they fighting?
Let me finish what I'm saying. So I can put it together for you real quick. Who was the ones that were really getting over?
All of them.
Nah, in the emperor's new clothes. Who was we getting over?
The people that's fooling the emperor.
The guys that made the suit. So the fools of the town. Yeah, the emperor, you got a nice outfit. The emperor dumb walking down naked. The little boy points it out, but guess what?
That's the whole organization.
Listen to what I'm trying to tell you. The people are the Republican voters. Listen to me. The people are the Republican voters. The emperor is the President Trump. The crooks who told him that they were making clothes, knowing that everybody was looking at him like they just gonna go whatever he's saying, these dumb-dumbs. Listen, the people that are playing the role of the crook are the electorate, the people that are being elected to the Republican Party.
Both parties.
No. Because the both parties right now is not true. Because right now, who's gonna play the role of the saying, hey man, he's butt naked? Who's gonna play the role of the child? That's a Democrat. That's a Democrat. Because let me tell you, who reaps the benefits, who gets the money, isn't just Trump. It's not Trump. It's the people that are behind him putting forth the Project 2025. He ain't have to. He can lie to people and say, "Oh, right, right, ridiculous, ridiculous."
Hold on. You know what's so funny about that?
Ridiculous.
It says my loyalty is with those that I've lost to gun violence in Cincinnati. Hashtag flip the natty, vote Corey Bowman 2025 mayoral election.
Man, you should put a raccoon up underneath that mud, crawling up out of garbage can.
Oh my gosh.
Man, that's disgusting.
Oh my gosh.
It's disgusting, man.
I'm trying to see who it is. Oh, I'm not even gonna say no name. I don't even
that's disgusting
on it. But
that's disgusting. Yeah. I especially hate people voting champion some person completely out of nowhere just because he's JD Vance's brother.
Right.
Man, get him up out of here, man. Get him up out of here. Get him up out of here. Get him up. Where was he at?
Screw politics. We get 10 minutes over, but check this out right quick. What you think about our Bengals and Joe Flacco?
Man, I'm taking my head. Joe Flacco. Listen, okay. He's better than Browning. I got to be optimistic. He's better than Browning.
Okay, now what I was gonna do, right? I was gonna wear my I was gonna wear my tinfoil hat. I was building it when I before I left.
Powers that be, we got a Super Bowl coming, P?
Yes.
All right, I'll ride with you.
I was gonna wear my tinfoil hat today, and my conspiracy theory, I do believe we might have a chance with Flacco. Maybe
got a better chance with Flacco than we had with
win
Browning.
A couple games. But anyway, yes, a tinfoil hat. And the Bengals
make me one.
We're going to the Super Bowl this year.
Make me one. I need to have that belief and hope.
Why?
I've been crying.
Why not a storyline, entertainment company, right?
And he come out and beat all the AFC North teams that he done played for, except for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
And said Joe Burrow. No, Joe Burrow's gonna be healthy. He gonna get us through the thing.
Nah, Joe Burrow ain't coming back this season.
Yeah, he coming back, right? He gonna come back. Flacco is going to do a good enough job get us in there, get us into the playoffs. And then Joe going to make his return, and then we going to win the Super Bowl, and we going to forget about all this other stuff. We going to forget about these people.
Election time going to be over with then.
Then Corey's going to beat. No, I'm just kidding.
No, he going to beat the Bengals.
Hey, y'all. We had a dope show. We getting up out of here. We're running over. You know what I'm saying? Thanks for those that tuned in and everything. We're getting ready to switch it up here. Hopefully, we have two more candidates on the 15th, Don and Donald. And after that, I'm leaving this politics alone. We getting ready to talk about prepping. We getting ready to talk about forging, black forging. We getting ready to talk about a whole bunch of different stuff coming up here on the GRIZZBIZMY2SENSE.
I like black forging.
Yeah,
I watch these little videos on there.
Yeah. So we about to get up out of here. Thank y'all for tuning in. And like we say every Wednesday, don't be stuck on stupid and relaxed on dumb. We out of here.
It's the #1 station blazing the airway.
Right here, so keep it locked.
This is GRIZZBIZ.